Lake Michigan is one of Chicago's biggest attractions, and while it's scenic, it's also sometimes dangerous. For years, some water safety advocates and the Chicago Park District have been debating how to stop people from drowning and dying in Lake Michigan. Advocates are pushing for measures they say would combat one of the leading causes of death for children, one that disproportionately affects communities of color. But as Chicago Tonight's Nick Blumberg reports, the Park District says it's not so simple.
On July 10, 2018, 55-year-old Horacio Leon Jr. took his bike down to the lakefront near Jackson Drive.
How he ended up in the water is still a mystery, but I do know that the water took him.
Jessica Leon says her father was in the water for 7 minutes before bystanders were able to pull him out.
For 13 days, he was in the ICU. He was in Northwestern Hospital. And on July 23rd, he passed away. Since then, I've been working religiously to get water rescue stations placed along the shoreline.
She's not alone. Hallie Quesada witnessed a 13-year-old girl whose family she knew drowned at a Rogers Park beach in 2018. She says people on the shore searched frantically for anything that would float.
It was just chaos in those moments, and there was absolutely nothing available to help.
Quesada launched a petition and started publicly advocating for changes. Water rescue flotation devices, like the life preservers already posted at harbors and near the river, restored lifeguard hours, numbered beaches and breakwalls so people can easily give their location if they call 911 about a swimmer in distress. In 2018, the city created a water safety task force that included Quesada.
There are safety protections that are pretty easy and obvious that we simply don't have.
Quesada says there's broad agreement on the task force about the kinds of things that would make the lakefront safer, but that after years of meetings, there just hasn't been enough measurable change.
So she's back to public pressure. A new petition's garnered 3,000 signatures, and she and Leon have been making their case directly to the Park District Board. At an April board meeting, the top attorney for Park said adding life preserver rings along the lakefront isn't so simple.
When we do put up certain measures, you are increasing your risk of liability by representing that those areas have been determined to be, swimmable or usable areas. From a legal standpoint, the best thing to do right now is nothing, because that's the only way to not take on that increased risk of liability.
Nadav Shoked, a Northwestern law professor who studies local government issues, understands the Park District's position on flotation devices.
Say they're under-maintained and a person is using one of those life preserves, and because it's under-maintained, he or she drowns, then the Park District could be sued.
Advocates say the answer to that is simple: maintain the equipment. But Shoked says the rescue devices are also problematic from a policy perspective, which the president of the Park District Board echoed at its May meeting.
Our argument is not about liability. What it really is about making sure that people are observing the rules to not swim where they're not supposed to swim, and at times they're not supposed to swim. If we put these rings where we tell people not to swim, that's winking at us telling people not to swim there.
But Quesada and Leon say people are already in the water when and where they're not supposed to be. Others may not be able to read warning signage written in English. Some fall into the water.
I'm not encouraging people to go into the water, but this is something that is needed. If there would have been a life ring, a water rescue station near where my father ended up drowning, there's no doubt in my mind.
Since things with the Park District appear to have come to an impasse, Quesada says getting state and local lawmakers on board is likely the next step.
If we can't compel park districts to protect our kids to a leading cause of death for their age group, then we'll look to compel them to protect our kids because they have to by law.
For Chicago Tonight, I'm Nick Blumberg.
And the Chicago Park District did not respond to multiple requests for comment.